So I wanted to speak a bit today about setting boundaries with family members and what that looks like. So the concept of a boundary is the same regardless of who you're setting it with, but when you're setting a boundary with family members, there's often a whole bunch of history that comes with it. Whether it's your mum or your dad or a sister or brother or auntie or uncle, there's usually some kind of dynamic in the relationship that makes it even more difficult than setting a boundary with, say, a work colleague or a stranger or something like that. There are other things to consider. There are often guilt trips that can be tried. So how could you do that to me? Or you've changed, or they might play a victim role. And it can be difficult to hold your ground. The easiest thing to do is to relent to that and just allow them to have their way, whatever that is, but to collapse the boundary, to no longer hold firm on the boundary and to let it go. The problem with that is if you allow that to happen, that's going to happen again and again and again. That boundary is going to be disrespected every time. It's not going to mean anything. So, although it's difficult, although there can be intense emotional reactions from family members when you do set boundaries, it is important to be able to practice that and to be able to put them in place, be clear with them, and then hold them firm when they're challenged. Because it's a key to a healthy relationship. It's one of the keys. We need to have boundaries. We need to respect ourselves. We need to be able to know what's okay for us and know what's not okay, and be able to articulate that really clearly and be clear enough in our own view and be able to stand our ground on our own 2 feet to be able to reinforce those boundaries. So just something to reflect on for you in your life, and hopefully that's helpful.